Hey everybody, thank you. This is going to be a little different for all of us, as the city of Blingdenstone now currently sits in chaos. We see throughout the Trader's Grotto, the barracks, the cultivation caves, the Ruby in the Rough, and beyond, even all the way into the Goldwhisker Warrens, that the people of the city are panicked. They are running and screaming and yelling, and folks are trying to gather as many of their belongings and try to, in a mass exodus, leave the city. However, in each of these places, we see a handful of characters that we know well, and that is Senny and Dorbo Diggermatic. We see Nomi Pathshudder, and we see the oh-so-excellent Chipgrin, all trying to gather their forces, their people together, and calm them. And as the people begin to slow and gather, we see the Diggermatics in their hall. There are all of the miners, the guards, the common folk, all squished together as they are giving speeches as to how they will not abandon this city, how they have given, bled, and cried, and given their souls over to this city to repopulate it and find peace for themselves. We see Nomi is gathering the Stoneheart Enclave, the wizards and druids of Blingdenstone, and as they are summoning earth elementals, we see the Burrow Warden ghosts that have been both helped by our party and those that have been teaching the young, gathering together with her and offering their aid. And then in the Goldwhisker Warrens, we see Chipgrin is gathering his sleuthy spies and assassins, his more armored vanguard, and those that are just capable of dealing out anarchy. And as all of them gather, it becomes clear that Chipgrin knows the most about the enemy that all of them face. And we see Senny and Dorbo moving throughout the city, gathering and meeting with Nomi before they reach the old barred gates in which separates the Goldwhisker clan from the rest of the city. And as they knock and Chipgrin answers, also knowing that he cannot do it alone with his weakened forces, we see them meet congenially and begin planning for the defenses of the city. Now I'm going to turn it over to our beautiful players here, who have each chosen at random one of these leaders and have control over certain units as this war is about to begin. And this is the planning stage. So, Andrew, why don't you tell us which of these leaders you will be heading and a little bit about your units?
Absolutely. I will be piloting Nomi Pathshudder. And darling, we are gonna get this city back on its feet. So she is a wizard, and she commands a force of earth elementals, the wizards and druids of the Stoneheart Enclave, and the aforementioned ghosts of Blingdenstone past, who join us in this fracas.
Beautiful. Thank you. Sam, why don't you tell us about your units here?
Yeah, I'm going to be operating old Chipgrin. Chipgrin is a Deep Gnome rogue, and Chipgrin's units are were-rats, arsonists, vanguards, and assassins.
Nice. And Brendan.
So I will be taking the helm of Senny Diggermatic, the beating heart of the civilian structure down in Blingdenstone. She is leading the force of the civilians, the townspeople of Blingdenstone, as well as the guard force and the miners within the city.
And that's not children, that's literal miners.
Yeah, no.
Dig up rock.
The working class.
All the miners.
Working class miners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, a couple things that are evident amongst you guys that we'll explain to our listeners here as I've given you these units. We are shifting a little bit from almost straight D&D to kind of almost a Warhammer-esque way of playing. Senny Diggermatic knows that their biggest priorities are protecting the civilians, which are pretty squishy. And while they're not incapable of protecting themselves in minor ways, one of the things that plagues Blingdenstone is that they don't have enough arms and armor. And therefore, these civilians are the most at risk of anybody for being taken out kind of quickly. And this is like straight across the board. I know I put it on some of your units. Basically, every 10 HP that your unit has represents an individual. So as these units are losing health, I want you, our audience, and you guys to imagine, like, these are people dropping. Like, it's not just, the little icons. Like, this is how this goes. These people gather together, and they have real consequences on some of your tokens that as you lose more health, you will do less damage. Nomi knows that they are, with the earth elementals, the most capable of handing out massive types of damage and blocking off tunnels, as she is the Path Shudder. Chipgrin, with all of his constituents, they are the ones that can move the fastest and deal the most amount of damage while working either independently or together. And so whether you guys decide you want to voice act this / role play it out, or if you want to get tactical here, I have identified on the map here, which we can wonderfully share with you all, certain areas of interest that are blocked off tunnels that you feel that the Pudding King's forces are most likely to come from. So how do you want to stack things up / prepare for war?
Alrighty. Well, I think if our main priority is to defend our civilian population, I think we need to find a good defensible area that we can kind of tuck them towards.
So I was just thinking that I think with the map available as it is, Senny would want to push the civilian population towards the foaming mug. That is going to be a good. There's not a whole lot of entry points to that, so it is highly defensible. There is obviously Tappy Foamstrap in there who can help with the overall morale of the populace.
Don't forget about Jimmy. I'm here for you, bud.
Yeah, well, there are negatives too. But there are also some key pinch points in there that worst case scenario tunnels can be collapsed to block off that area from the outside. So I think Senny's priority at first is going to be heralding the populace into that section of the city. Okay.
Then why don't you go ahead and move those units? You should be able to move all of them on your own.
So we're just gonna shove people in there. I think at least right now she's gonna have the guards and the miners sort of posted up at those key pinch points, in case she needs to either set up a defensive line or, God forbid, collapse the tunnel. And she is going to post up in the middle of those two forces of the guards and the miners, so she can give orders to them.
Okay. All right. What's everybody else thinking here?
Does our intel tell us that the Pudding King are going to go in the direction of the civilians?
That is a beautiful question, especially for you being Chipgrin. You would know that, considering, like, now that you can also walk around the rest of the city, that there's no way of them being able to necessarily tell where everybody is unless they have plants within the city. You also have no idea that they're necessarily going to target civilians individually. It could just be a mass wipe, which is what you think / believe the most is what the Pudding King wants.
Well, I'm open to whatever you think, Andrew, but I think that I probably want to put at least I have this Vanguard squad that they have resistance to acid and poison damage. And so I feel like they are probably frontline. And I'm wondering if we want to put them up at a point where they can surprise attack, and particularly the assassin squad as well.
Smart. I actually, this dovetails nicely what I was thinking. I want to use Nomi and the Stoneheart Enclave to first start sealing off some of these passageways to the east, connecting the caves of Clatter and the staging area to those points east, so that we can kind of funnel the Pudding King's forces as much as we can toward these northern areas.
Very nice.
Okay. Let me get a token here. Just a random token to mark that for you. We're going to use a Umber Hulk token. So you want the 2 red doors that were leading into the rock blight cutoff down by the caves of Clatter? Okay.
Yep.
Nice. So Nomi is running around, closing off more of the city, and then you wanted the one of the doors that lead into this staging area as well?
Yeah, right over here.
Okay.
Ideal.
Is that what this bug is?
Yep,
Yeah,
those are Umber Hulks, and those are going to stand for blockages. I don't have a rock token, but I could probably make one.
No, the Hulk is good. I think that's perfect, and I imagine Nomi talking to Chipgrin as the Diggermatics are kind of a little bit of a deeper wave of defense that we can also use as reinforcements if part of our wall starts to fade. I want to position my earthen elementals as close to the potential front line, so I'm thinking having them in the ruby on the rough, along with Nomi and the Stoneheart Enclave.
Okay.
So that they can kind of react to whatever the first point of contact is, and our general goal is to use the earthen elementals to plug a hallway and then sling spells from behind them as best we can. And then since the departed Burwarden ghosts are incorporeal and can kind of slide in and out of the material plane, they can kind of just hang out but be in their etherealness state and just wait until a moment to strike it, because they have some really good attack capabilities, but also some really great support options as well. So I think they will kind of wait to slide in and attack at an opportune moment.
Yeah, this feels to me like we're I was gonna say that we don't want to have that many avenues to get hit from, but we do know that they're gonna come from those 2 doors, right?
You know that anywhere, even if there's a massive pile of rocks, it will significantly slow down any kind of oozing forces, but they will be able to squeeze through gaps. You know that basically anywhere, I've actually found old ice tokens from something that we used, that anywhere that these ice tokens are appearing on the map, they could slip through, but it would be a very slow advance.
So if they had a plant who was with the civilians, they would be able to get to them.
Yes, but it's very, very easy to spot an ooze amongst hundreds.
Right. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so I have my ghost unit of Burr Wardens in the staging area because they're pretty quick moving. And then I have, I think appropriately, the elementals, the druids, and Nomi are right now in the Ruby of the Rough, which is kind of like a nexus point in between a lot of these high pressure areas where we could get a big influx of oozes from. Do you want to bring your forces a little bit closer in, Chipgrin?
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to figure out is where I want to put them. I like the idea of being in the center where you put yours, Andrew, because like you said, they can kind of sling spells around. I think I want to put so the arsonists are kind of similar where they can do more of like, it's not really healing, but it's like taking from their own, they're like ranged attacks, and then they can fill in the ranks of others to like bolster HP for other people, but it costs them their own HP. So it's like taking people and giving them
like reinforcements.
Right. But they can sling sticky bombs. So I'm kind of inclined to put them in a similar spot that you have your wizards, your
yeah, my stone hots.
Yes. But I just feel like we don't want to spread out too thin either. So I'm kind of inclined to come down away from the north.
Yeah, I would, you know, we're not running a border patrol. You know,
Right.
we're trying to hit their forces hard.
Yeah. I will say this, Chipgrin, your people, even like amongst the were-rats that aren't in your units, the very few that are left, are represented by the Deep Gnome civilian tokens as well. So it's not like you have to be up in your warrens. This is entirely representing like the all of the population of Blingdenstone and all of these tokens.
Okay, how do we feel about I kind of think we put up like another blockade in a way down further. I don't know.
Sure.
I'm open to thoughts here.
Yeah, no, I can too. I can move my ghosts back towards where your units are, because they could either support you or they can move up quickly to support me, and you know, there's every chance that we're gonna have to be kind of like mounting a moving defense. But one of the nice things about my units, all of them have have some interesting movement options. So I'm in a good position. I'm thinking I'm gonna put my ghost further up towards me because all of my units have a way of quickly moving back if they need to.
Yeah.
So I could mount a preliminary defense, and then if things start breaking poorly, I can move back towards y'all, and perhaps even there's an opportunity that we can bait them into a less advantageous position.
Okay. Yeah, I think I kind of want to use my assassin token here as a scout. Being stealthy, they can move quickly if they get seen, and then if they follow the scout token, they can lead them in the direction we want.
Great.
And then if you need to, you have like a good retreat strategy, as do I.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
All right. So I'll plan on, whenever we see them first, I'll plan on trying to meet them there, and then, you know, if need be, we'll slither off and figure something out.
Okay.
Brendan,
Yes.
your miners, they have a special ability where they can plant charges.
That is, I actually had questions about that. So
In this instance, they will not explode in 1 to 2 rounds if you want to like set up bombs and traps.
okay.
Same with the sticky bombs for your units too,
shit,
Sam.
really?
Yeah. Or if you guys want to get like absolutely creative, you're like, I'm collapsing tunnels, I'm doing this stuff. If you guys want to get creative here, we're like, I will tell you if like we're reaching the 5-hour limit before the Pudding King is supposedly reaching his time. But like, you can get creative here. Anything you feel like a city like this can do it.
All right, I want to block off. I feel like we've got way too many. Like, I know we blocked off with the Umbra Hulks, but I feel like we could also block off like here. Thoughts?
Where are you pinging, Sam? I don't see it.
I'm drawing with a red paintbrush on below south of the staging area.
I see.
Okay, it just appeared. All right, sure. If you guys want to close that off, I've been replacing the blockades with the ice tokens now.
I feel like 2 blockades would be fine. Is that crazy?
You can block as many tunnels as you want.
Unless, I guess the question for the group is, where do we want them to come in?
Well, so I think what Will was hinting at a little bit earlier too is like the blockades are definitely going to slow their assault. it's not going to full on stop them from coming in. So I almost don't want to block off everything, because to me, if they're going to get through the blockades anyway, at least some of them are. To a certain extent, we want to see them before they get into like our main forces. So if we leave some areas like the caves open, we can see if they get through the blockade and are starting to move into the center of the city before they're already on top of us.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we should. I like that way of thinking. Like, so if I perhaps want to meet folks at the junction near the Ruby and the Rough, maybe we actually spend some time unblocking these passageways just to the east here, of that area to like encourage that as like an initial point of contact.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
maybe also if all we can do is slow them down, maybe you can bring your minor bombs down east.
Yep.
East of Dramatic Hall. That's a great place to bomb because we'll certainly hear them going off.
Well,
and that can provide a little bit of
if we have a little
damage.
If we have a little time to prep too, all of these areas that we are designating as where we want to allow them to funnel through, so like those east barricades that you're planning on blocking off, let's just set up a bunch of bombs right there.
Yeah.
Take out a lot of forces in the initial wave to thin their herd early.
Yeah, I love that they'll like come through that eastern passageway. They'll see just a wall of earth elementals, and then a clear run right at them. A third of their force comes through, and then the bombs start going off.
Yep. So, Will, I don't know how you want to mark mines, but
Let's see if I've got anything.
Okay.
You know what?
Who is writing mines in red mink? That's Samantha.
That's
must have
definitely
been
Sam.
I love it. I love it. No, this is good. This is good because I'm gonna look for a fire elemental, which I think is a really good reminder.
Okay, so where Sam so eloquently marked for us is a good spot. I think these two tunnels to the east of the Ruby and the Rough.
Nice.
Perfect. Let's get, I think for the safety of the civilians, let's get 2 sets of them down by the miners and the guards. So this sort of northwest tunnel leading out of the foaming mug.
You're gonna put bombs there?
Yeah, on like that's sort of the if we need to blow the tunnel sort of bombs, I think. So that is the like fail safe.
Okay.
Let's do the same thing here, where those tunnels meet Diggermatic Hall. Does anybody have any other places that we think we should have them?
I like that there's a secondary use here of like when the bombs goes off, we know where they are. So I'm also inclined to put them to the north, on the off chance that they're coming from that direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think it can hurt, right?
Sure.
It kind of in the areas that I just put the 2 extra tokens. That's what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do on the big double door. Let's have like, we can leave the token, however, but the way I'm sort of thinking this is like one batch of them on either side of the door, so it's sort of like a explosion in from both sides.
Okay.
It will be a beautiful signifier of the new relationship between Chipgrin and the Gold Whiskers. We're gonna blow up the entry doors.
Yeah.
As our like opening salvo of defense of our now shared city.
We're destroying the blockade between civilizations.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we put sticky bombs with the mines,
Oh my
would that
God.
create an area of effect for 2 turns?
Like it says in the sticky bomb stuff.
Yeah.
I will say it will definitely linger for a round, but what we're gonna do is combine the damages.
Yeah.
So, Brendan, your charges, how much damage is that again?
So the charges do 2d12 fire and 2d12 force.
Wow.
Jesus.
To anything caught in a 2 square radius.
Okay. And then
Should we maybe move those farther away from the civilians?
Well, so to be clear, if those do need to get used, the civilians like by that point the civilians will be pulling back. Like that's very much a retreat back to the foaming mug and below the tunnel kind of thing.
All right. Sticky bombs. Tell me their damage again, Sam.
2d10 plus 2 fire damage.
You said damage twice.
That's what it says.
So it will be a combined total of 4d12 plus 2d10 plus 2 fire and force damage. That's a lot of effing damage.
Yeah, it is.
You, Andrew, had talked about opening up around the cultivation caves here in the center of the map two areas to hopefully funnel more of his units. Is that what you guys are thinking still?
Yeah, over to the east here. Let's say by cultivating, just so they like, we're hopefully encouraging that entry.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little green paint on either side as like these are the areas that you have highlighted for possible entry. All right, / your funneling points.
Come on down.
So, Brendan, you have Senny, the miners, and the guards still hanging way back while the citizens are hanging out in the foaming mug with Tappy and Jimmy. Is that where you're keeping them while the rest are up front, or are you advancing forward now that you have them kind of pinned back? What are you thinking?
I will say, so I'll leave the civilians in with the foaming mug. I'll actually move the forces to the outer side of where we just placed the mines.
Okay.
So Senny will sort of be like positioned up in Diggermatic Hall, and the the guards and the miners will be on the outskirts of the hall, like right outside of the tunnel where we just set those charges.
Okay.
So they can either retreat or advance when necessary, but their primary objective is protect the citizens.
Gotcha.
Protect the citizens.
Protect them, sir. All right. How's everybody feeling about your current plans here? I will say you have used 4 hours of your time, because that's a lot of stuff to both block off and set up. You have an hour remaining for fine-tuning your units here in the defense of the city.
I have a question.
Yes.
My assassin squad has a scurrying retreat reaction, and it says that they can move up to half their speed. If their speed is 3,
that was meant to be 4. Your speed should be
Okay.
4 for them. I apologize for that.
Oh, good. Okay.
Or you can just round up to 2 in your head there when you're doing your scurrying retreat.
Okay, so their speed is 4. Or you're saying the scurrying retreat, they can move up to 2 squares.
Yeah.
Their speed is still 3.
Yeah, that's fine by
Okay.
me. Because I will tell everybody here, I attempted to remake the entire map of Blingdenstone on a fine detailed battle map.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's really fucking hard, and I wasted a handful of days on that, and I was ripping my hair out. Hence why I have no beard anymore.
Yeah, we all regret it.
I know. So each square is tantamount to like 20 to 30 feet, but we're simplifying it into squares. So like the city is way bigger than we think.
Right.
Yeah.
And since you are all playing the citizens and the leaders of the city, I have revealed as well what is known as the Maze, which is the outer fortress for anybody trying to make their way into the city. So
that's what we had to travel through to get.
That's what you had your bagged like heads cloaked through. It is a literal fortress, more fortressy than anything the rest of the city has, that prevents outside invaders.
Well, dang! If only the Puddingkin was over there, that would be ideal.
He had been in there for months, squeezing away his oozes.
So, Will, if
Yes.
we're one of our like if I'm playing Chipgrin, what's his speed translate to?
For that, just equate it to like each square is essentially 10 feet of unit or of movement.
Okay.
Your leaders, you're gonna want to write this down. They can act as their own like persons, figures, and whatnot to attack other war units or aid others. But while you are within 1 square of another unit of your particular like grouping, I should say, they get a +1 to all attack rolls. So
Everyone
because
does,
you
or
what was that?
does the leader do?
The
Does the
unit
leader
does.
do?
Okay.
The leader gives that bonus to the unit. It's basically like a morale bonus. It's like, oh shit, it's Chipgrin, charge Vanguard, go go harder. Any other questions or clarifications or last minute preparations here?
Last just logistical question: should
Absolutely.
our leader tokens be at that like large size, or should they be smaller?
No, I want them at that large size.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
Mosquito.
There's the potential for this to get very messy, and I wanted everybody to be able to see clearly on this large map.
Excellent.
I have one final question, Will.
Yeah.
Who's ready to eat some pudding?
Oh my god. Not me.
Well,
There is one more action I would take if we're about to get into this.
yeah, you have 1 hour in game time.
Chipgrim would douse himself in the oil of slipperiness.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
mark it
It
off.
lasts for 8 hours.
Let's put a little thing on you here. Is there a little like wave token or something for some
Little
slippery
slippery?
slop? There's like a flask, so I'll put the flask on you.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So, go ahead, Andrew.
All right. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna take those Burrow Warden ghosts. They're gonna go ethereal, and they're just gonna sit in that eastern, like most eastern area where like the caves of cultivation are. Because as far as I understand it, if they're ethereal, they can be seen, but they can't be hurt. So we'll just have them sit there. They can kind of scout, and if an opportune moment comes, they can, pop in and do a little bit of damage.
Okay. That works for me. Any last words, anybody?
When you say it like that, it doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah, I would just like to say, I'd like to say it was a pleasure to do this with all of you, but I can't lie, so I'm looking forward to it ending.
Our characters aren't playing.
Way to spoil it. Conclusion of the Madness table, and
This is it.
100.
We had a good run.
This
We
is
had a
far
good
as
run.
we get.
All right, so for everybody at home listening to this is how it goes. So in the south, in the Foaming Mug, we have all of the entire civilian unarmed population sitting in with Garp de Bumble, Tappy, and Jimmy, and then we have the rest of like regular civilian population in the form of the guards, the diggermatics, and the miners kind of setting up a front with some extra charges. And then towards the center / a little more north of the map, we have Chipgrin, his arsonist, and Vanguard kind of taking up the next set of defenses beyond the diggermatics. In smack dab in the middle, in the Ruby and the Rough, we have Nomi, the Earth Elementals, the Stoneheart Enclave. And then to the east, just a little bit, we have the Ghost Group, which is actively watching the tunnels that they opened up in the hopes of kind of concentrating any forces coming through there. And then also scouting ahead the Were-Rat Assassins all the way to the north outside the double doors that lead to their old warrens. So let's get some music going. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
What?
But so many times.
Oh my god.
You're going to roll once for all of your units.
But what stats do I use, Will?
You can use whichever's highest in terms of dex, or you can use your captain's initiative bonuses.
My character sheets say initiative.
Senny has a terrible initiative. My
No dex.
God.
But Nomi's is very good.
No dex, bro.
All right, Sam, what are all of your units going to be running on?
14.
14, mate. Wonderful. Andrew, what about the Nomi units?
We are running at a 23.
Holy smokes, nice. What you want,
Whoa.
though? All right, Senny.
In typical civilian fashion, the populace will be running at a 6.
Wow, okay.
That checks.
Great. Let me roll for my units.
2 hours later.
Yeah, no, it's not great. Ooh, just hit my microphone. I'm so sorry. Great. All right. As they all sit and wait, there's this kind of hush amongst the entirety of Blingdenstone. The city perhaps hasn't been this quiet since it was abandoned. And that is until the were-rats and the ghosts begin to hear this. And coming through the stonework in these passageways, we see these black oozes squeezing through the rocks and moving through these tunnels as they begin their assault. First up in the initiative is Nomi, and the first thing you notice is that you have two creatures immediately coming through that your ghost can see. One is this black ooze-like creature, and one is looking like a gargantuan gelatinous cube. I'm going to just kind of pop up a couple revealed areas to show you that forces are moving.
Should I roll stealth for my assassins?
Yeah, go ahead. Just an immediate one.
16.
Okay, great. And there we go. So you can, the were-rats can see that there's this, red-like thing starting to seep through the doors from the Warrens, and there seems to be one coming from the Trader's Grotto. The ghosts can see a number coming through. What are you doing?
I think that Nomi's going to have her forces kind of shape up. The earthen elementals are going to move into position just outside of the range of those bombs. So when it shows up, and I'm going to have our spellcasters, both Nomi and the Stonehearts, just kind of behind the line. And I'm going to have the earthen elementals ready in action. They are going to dash to fill this gap to the east, to fill that tunnel as soon as that bomb goes off and it's clear.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, next up is the official Ooze's turn. And we about to get crazy here, guys. For the citizens within the foaming mug, it's dead quiet until the entire city starts shaking as explosion after explosion starts getting lit up all over the place. So immediately, the two charges over the double doors of the Warrens explode. So let's go ahead and do that as this red, almost scaled like ooze starts coming through.
And so that was 4d12.
4d12 plus 2d10 plus 2. So you roll your 4d12, Brendan, and then Sam, you roll your 2d2.
2d12 2d10
And we're going to have to
plus
do
2.
all of that twice. So technically, Brendan's rolling 8, and you're rolling 4.
Okay.
God.
You're rearranging the very city with these.
We'll build a new city.
Ass.
24.
Okay. That was out of the 4d10.
Correct. 4d10 plus 4.
Okay, great.
Sorry.
Don't forget you can roll online if that makes it easier.
Yeah, it doesn't.
How?
52.
52 for a grand total of 76 points of damage. So this red large like creature just starts forcing open these doors, and these were-rat assassins can just see like stupidly, I'm like not thinking in fantasy terms. I just think like claymores, just like a blinking light, like beep beep beep. This ooze just splattered across the walls and is fully obliterated upon entrance.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
However, those charges are now gone.
Yep.
In
Is
the
this-
traders.
does the-
Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Does the sticky mine leave 1 round of fire?
Yes. So let's get a. Thank you, Sam, for reminding me that.
I need everything we can get.
Yeah, absolutely. No. There we go. And it's going to be a very large area that is now on fire.
Jesus.
There is a yellow kind of off-white ooze coming through the Trader's Grotto. I need you to roll for the bombs again. Did you guys double up on everything? Like anywhere there's mines, did you guys put both sticky bombs and charges?
I think Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sticky
great.
bombs and charges, but there's only 1 charge everywhere else.
22.
22, nice.
19.
It's 19.
Oh, sorry. I did that twice. I should not have done that twice. That should have been
So cut that in half, essentially.
yeah, 11, yeah.
So 11, 19, that makes it... So 30 points of damage total to this creature. And while most of it is just thrown all over the place, a little bit of it still stands, and it moves in closer. All right. From also the Trader's Grotto, but coming from the east, we see another kind of clear, barely visible cube start moving in.
We didn't bomb that side.
You didn't bomb that one. However, a black one starts moving in where just a tiny bit southeast of that. So go ahead and roll another bomb.
I drew, because it's sticky on that
Thank
first
you.
one. But I don't know where you actually went. 16. That was a good one.
19 for me. So 35 total.
Yes,
Brendan
indeed.
can math.
He can indeed,
He
man.
was just warming up.
Every once in a while.
This large black ooze is slightly diminished, but not dead, as it were. However, it is now
dead.
engulfed in flame once more. I'm gonna have to move these to the map layer so I can
Jesus.
see everything else. Yeah, Blingdenstone is currently just a flame.
Yeah, we burnt it down once.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
That was the drow.
This very large black creature starts moving in 1, 2, 3, and is encroaching upon the next set of charges. This clear one is almost in the same places. So these ghosts are essentially floating in the midst of this. This is in the cultivation cave, and you can see where all these crops were once grown are now just totally blighted or disintegrated in these oozes. And you can see coming through these entrances, these very open pathways, are more of these large oozes.
Yes. Yes.
And then we can see just peeking out into the beginnings of the staging area a little bit to the southwest is another one of these black creatures. These black oozes just... And far to the south, moving into the caves of Clatter, are a
Yeesh.
handful more. And that is the Ooze's turns. Chipgrin, you and your war units are up.
That's me. Sorry.
Dizzy?
Ah, crap. All right. I'm going to try and go fast here, but I'm going to forget so much.
It's okay.
The assassin squad is going to bonus action coat their weapons with various oils to add 1d6 to damage rolls.
Okay.
Do I have to do that every turn? I mean, it's like their only bonus action.
That's up to you if you want to use it every single turn.
Yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't, because like they're not going to do anything else.
Okay, sure. So from now on, they are fully coated.
They are always oily.
Always oily.
I'm actually not convinced that ranged weapons are going to do a whole lot, but we're going to try. They're going to shoot the cube to the east. And the ranged... Oh, it says 3 square range, so I have to move forward 1.
Mm-hmm. Because you got to remember, these squares represent almost like 20 or 30 feet in general, so it's you got to get a little bit closer to aim.
I will move forward 1 and fire at the gelatinous cube.
All right.
9.
That is a hit on a gelatinous
Let's
cube
go!
on this massive creature coming through.
Okay. Oh my god, a d12? I never get to roll a d12.
I needed big die.
Okay, and I get to add the d6 because they're oily.
Yep.
We're trying not to big die here.
Oh.
You're so funny.
24 points of piercing.
Nice. Okay.
That's a good roll.
So these assassins roll up kind of, I almost picture like low, middle, high, and just start firing over each other into this gelatinous cube. Yeah, and you can see them just flittering in, and you can just see now like this dark haze into the face of this cube. What else you got?
They're going to back up to 2 squares.
Okay, so they're going to use their scurrying retreat.
No, it's not a retreat. It's just the rest of their movement.
Oh, right. Yep. Thank you.
So they move forward 1 square and back 2. Just like close enough to attack and then back up a little bit, knowing that these cubes are coming their way and that there's fire to the north, so they're probably safer coming back in this direction.
Okay.
And that is it for the assassins. So, and then I do all of the ones?
Yeah,
Everybody
you're
goes?
using all of your units now. This is to help simplify our time here.
Yeah, smart. I mean, everyone's coming from around. I think Chipgrin, I'm assuming Chipgrin's got like the standard, cutting action. So Chipgrin's going to, I want a bonus action hide with Chipgrin.
Okay. I will say with nobody around, you accomplish it. You don't have to roll on that.
Okay.
So they are hidden.
And then for his for his attacks and for other attacks, if it's like, we're just saying like divide by 10. So like 120 range at disadvantage would be 12 squares.
Essentially, sure.
Okay. And they, anyone that's on the other side of these like little ice tokens that you got here, they have pretty much full cover.
Yeah, if they are like mostly behind that rubble, you're not going to do much damage or anything.
I'm gonna move Chipgrin forward 1 square. He's gonna stay behind this like small tunnel here.
Sure.
It's not that small, but on our map it's small. And he's gonna ready an action in the event that an ooze reaches that point to fire his crossbow.
Okay. How about your arsonists and vanguard?
Yeah. They're gonna move to flank this tunnel. Actually,
so
the arsonists are gonna, Yeah, the Vanguard's going to move southeast to kind of get ready for that breach point there with one of those bombs. I'm outside of the 10 feet, right? Do I need to move a little?
Let's see here. If it's fully expanded, that's about how much of the area it's going to cover when it explodes.
Okay, so the Vanguard are going to be primed to like attack once they breach that tunnel, and then the Arsonists are going to stay behind them, but close enough to provide support from within.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right, so they stack up on each other. Do you think that these units are like have worked together enough, or is like Chipgrin in his Godfather voice shouting out commands of like stack up, my children?
He's like, I don't like violence. I'm a businessman, but blood is a big expense. That was more Transylvania, but
Yeah.
I still love it. I still love it. It works.
You're missing the cotton balls in your mouth.
yeah, I ran out of time.
Yeah, didn't have enough time to prepare. I get it.
They don't want to shed blood, but this isn't blood. This is ooze.
Yeah, and they've been terrorizing the were-rats for months, so
Yeah.
it's got to be done.
Yeah, they're eager.
Senny and your forces, you're up, my man.
All right. I mean, I think Senny is just doing her paladin duty, mostly going through bolstering the forces in whatever way that she can. Keeping them together and keeping morale up. But her main goal is to not see battle. So I think other than like prepping them and buffing them, she's just chanting orders, keeping up the spirit.
Okay. All right, and that's how you spend your turn?
Yes.
Got it. All right, so Senny is rallying.
Yeah, don't worry,
the troops.
Brendan. Andrew and I will do the hard work. It's fine.
Yeah, that's what I figured. No, that's okay. Let me throw bodies of innocent children at the oozes. and
You
see what
have
happens.
fighters.
Every hit point
have-
represents a life here.
I have guards with pickaxes.
Let them die like champions.
All right, Nomi, we are back at the top of the order for round 2 with you.
All right. Still gotta wait for that guy to set off the bomb. Actually, did this bomb go off yet or no?
No,
Can you
not
sound
yet.
off?
They're just about to go off.
Okay.
No, they're not remote detonators.
Well, could you like shoot
But
it?
You
would
could
they-
shoot it.
You could.
Would your ghosts aren't gonna get hit, right?
Nah, they're ethereal.
Let's go.
All right, yeah. Nomi's gonna step up. And I
An
think there's a
epic moment.
decent range on this bad boy. Yeah, Shatter has a 60-foot range, so I will be good. Nomi's gonna step up. She looks back at the elementals and the gathered Stoneheart Enclave. She gives like a nod, and then she's gonna cast Shatter on like the space
What?
between the bomb and the
Oh,
black puddingus
Jesus.
thing here.
Yes.
And just this black pudding is just, you see it, it's filling the entire hallways. You can see it coming forth, the bomb just so tiny in front of it, and then a huge wave of flame. Can you guys roll damage?
Man, you know Nomi's hot. Not
Do
a
the
great
puddings get a save against the Shatter?
Yeah, absolutely, actually. So
I
what is it,
almost
wisdom?
imagine the like.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go.
No, I'm just thinking like that explosive wave of the shatter, like it hits them, detonates the bomb, and then the fire, like catching gas, just spreads through the detonation.
100%.
It's a con save for our.
Oh,
streamers.
con save. Okay,
Yeah.
so the black pudding, which was leading the charge here, that is a 7.
All
Ooh,
right.
great. So
That's
roll
not,
that damage
not
too.
good. So that's 15 points of thunder damage.
Nice.
Okay.
I got 8 fire.
And 21 for the bomb.
All
Mine
right,
is
so-
damage, if that helps.
I mean, it should be twice as effective, right?
Good old damage.
Good old,
Yeah.
good old damage. All right, that
Jimmy wrote that stat block.
he certainly did. That black pudding is still up. However, the gelatinous cube was also caught in that blast, so it's going to take 29 points of damage as well. Nice. The city is just aflame, and I can see it like flickering across everybody's faces. Everybody's sweating as it's starting to get hotter and hotter.
Yes.
Smoke is trickling across like all of the ceilings.
I'm sure this is fine.
It's so fine. All right, Nomi, you've got some other units here that have possibilities.
Mm-hmm. In our conference before the war, how hot is that fire? You know, like just like the lingering fire effects. Like, how problematic would that be?
It's only gonna last for what did I put? A round or 2 rounds?
1 round.
Sam? 1 round.
Sticky 1 round.
Sticky 1 round.
How much damage did it do to?
It do.
It's gonna do 1
1d10.
d10. So
Yeah,
it hurts, but it's not gonna be horrible to your earth elementals.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, it's worth it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have our earth elemental move like into the space here.
Okay.
So they will take that fire damage, and I'm gonna have my. Let's see, and the Burrow Wardens are gonna move out of that space. They have a pretty good fly speed. 1, a 2, a
3.
a 4. So they'll move out of the fire, like just out of it. They are gonna come off. They're gonna use their action to move out of the border ethereal back to the material plane, and they're gonna use their bonus action, War Cry of the Ancients, to inspire both, and it'll be both the Stonehearts and the Enclave elemental. Earthen Elemental Brigade. Wow. So they get a +5 to hit and an extra damage die, which will be important as Nomi moves back. The Enclave is going to move forward, and they are going to use their bonus action to command elementals to grant them an extra attack.
Jesus.
Okay.
And so the elemental is going to make 2 attacks now instead of 1, and they get
All
an
right.
extra damage
So you're
die.
attacking that black pudding that took the brunt of the explosion.
Yes.
They do take
Awesome.
5 fire damage.
All right, that is fine. Thank you. Thank you.
So this is all happening in the hallway between the caves of cultivation and the ruby in the rough here. Everybody's stacked up. So for every, I think I put every 100 hit points for the Earth Elemental Brigade represents one elemental. So there's just 7 of them stacked up in this hallway.
Yo.
Like the fire is going off, and as soon as that explosion works out, the Earth Elementals like charge forwards into the flame, while these ghosts from wars past like filter around them, like whispering, "For Blingdenstone, for Blingdenstone, for Blingdenstone, for Blingdenstone," inspiring them further. And they're gonna make that first attack,
I'm inspired.
and that is a 22 to hit.
On the black pudding, it is a hit.
All right, and that's gonna be, well, don't you hate it when you roll 3 1s?
No.
That's
damn.
1, 2, 3. That's 9 points of force damage or / bludgeoning damage. I know. Sorry, 14 because they have +5.
Okay. The black pudding still stands. I imagine like these earth elementals are fighting through the smoke as well, so it's hard to pick out this dark figure.
And they're gonna punch again.
Punch again.
And that is a 17 to hit.
That is absolutely a hit.
All right, and now we're gonna roll better this time, dice. That's much better, dice. Thank you. 10, 16, 23, 28, plus by 33 points of bludgeoning damage.
And the earthen elementals destroy this black pudding, just obliterate it into the ground.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo! And that is very good. And I think our Stoneheart friends might be a little far away. Yeah, we're not going to put them in harm's way. They'll take one step back. And that is the Path Shudder turn.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Well, next up are the oozes here.
Can we roll some fire damage?
Yeah, we got some fire damage, so roll me. We're going to go from the north first. There is an ochre jelly that is still a little bit in the flame.
9.
It is still up, but barely. The gelatinous cube just to the southeast of it.
2.
Okay. Still pretty healthy. That was the one that got lit up with arrows. There is a black pudding in the midst of it all currently.
6.
All right. They are still going. Can you roll me one more?
Yep. 7.
Okay. And we are now back down towards the earth elementals. There's a gelatinous cube just on the outskirts. Go ahead and roll damage for them.
2.
2. Okay. All right. So now that these ones have been effectively... Oh, wait a minute. I need you to roll it one more time.
9.
Nice. Okay. So this first wave, this ochre jelly is going to move 1, 2, and 3 and get right up on the were-rat assassins.
Ah, shit.
And is going to use their pseudopods to attack.
No. Not me.
And, oh, jeez, don't even worry about it. That's a 7 to hit.
They dodge.
Second swing. That's a lot better. That's a 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah. That'll hit.
And you are going to take... Huh, that counts. It's still in. Okay, no... no worries. You take 10 points of damage. That was almost
Okay.
minimum.
They kill a rat.
So one of the vanguard just goes down. Brother! Eaten by the acid.
That's actually the assassin squad.
The assassin squad, sorry. The gelatinous cube that was lit up by them previously with arrows is going to move to the west 2 squares and then south, going towards the other exit, almost in the direction of Nomi and the Stoneheart Enclave. There is a black pudding that is in the midst of this explosion that gelatinous cube and that ochre jelly came away from, and is going to move 1, 2, 3, and is now kind of in the midst of the Trader's Grotto. Now there was an ooze that you could not see, but now emerges and is starting to move south towards the earth elementals. I can get rid of these fires now.
I like the fires, though.
We like the fires. They're very helpful. So the gelatinous cube that was on the edge of the flames where the earth elementals are is going to move up and attack the earth elemental brigade. That is a 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. Now, I don't know if I've accurately described this for you, but these oozes are not normal. Like, they take up almost the entirety of these rooms. And that is... you take 25 points of acid damage. And I need the earth elementals to make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw, as this gigantic cube is going to try to pull one of these earth elementals in.
Oof.
That's not good, guys.
That's not where you want your elementals.
No, it's not at all where we want elementals. Let's see. Come on. Roll a 13. 19. Minus 1.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Woo.
so they are good. Awesome. That is that cube's turn. There was one just behind it to the southeast that is going to move up and stack up behind it. And then another one of these weird red scaled oozes is going to move in behind the one that just attacked going to the west.
Are they touching the area that was on fire?
They already got burned.
Okay.
So don't worry. Everybody that could have been burned, I had you roll.
Well,
Thank
if it was
you.
still on fire and then they moved into the area, was the question.
I had it done.
Okay.
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 Thank you.
I'm gonna trust you, Will.
Yeah, God forbid we don't trust you to damage your units as much as you should.
Yeah, with your D12s and D10s worth of damage.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, I
You
didn't write
gave
the
us those
character sheet.
toys.
I did give you these toys, and I hope you're enjoying them.
If you give me bombs, I will explode things.
That's right.
Yeah, all the way in the back. You're hiding. So this black pudding that Chipgrin was having their sights set on finally pushes through and begins moving in that direction. So, Sam, you had a ready to action, I believe.
Yeah. Chipgrin is gonna fire his
Fire when ready.
crossbow. That is 12.
That is a hit. They're massive. They are not hard to hit.
That's gonna be 8 piercing.
All right. So lays in there. What does he got? Hand crossbow? I can't remember. what
Yeah,
I gave
hand
him.
crossbow.
So boom, hits the black pudding. All right.
Oh, don't I get sneak attack?
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Roll that.
Get that sneak attack.
Get all the damage you can get. You're gonna need it. There you go.
That's 9 more piercing.
9 more piercing damage. Nice.
I don't like your tone, sir.
Oh, they were one point away from a magic number. All right. Now
I have
to
70 hit points.
now to the caves of clatter. There is a gelatinous cube that moves. 1, 2, 3. Just getting on the edge of another explosive.
Get it, son.
Tell him.
Get some.
Let's go.
With another black and red ooze up behind it. All right. I believe that is all of my. Oh no, I have some more to the north. So now coming through the double doors is another red figure. Another black ooze starts coming into the trader's grotto,
Christ.
and that is the end of the ooze's turn. Chipgrin, you're up.
Oofda. Okay.
Get out of there.
Get out of there. The assassins are going to bonus action oil up, and then they're going to attack with their short swords.
Can do that on a bonus action?
Boys, get lubed!
Ooh, that is a nat 1 though.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right.
Didn't lube well enough.
Too much lube. Too much lube. 2 times in a row.
Too oily, too slippery.
That's gonna make a rash.
I'm assuming opportunity attacks still count.
Against your group?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Okay.
If you use your scurrying retreat, you shouldn't have a problem, though.
Right, but I have to get attacked for that. I'm assuming the scurrying retreat is if I take damage, or is it literally...
You can,
Either
if
way.
you're about to be attacked, they get to move away and not incur damage.
Oh, avoiding damage and avoiding the attack entirely.
Yeah. It's
I
basically
see.
like automatic evasion, but I'm pretty sure I gave you a limit as to how many times I could use that. I forget if I did or not.
You did 3 times a day.
Yeah. So
Okay, I'm
you
gonna
gonna
do
use
that
it
now.
Okay.
I am.
All right. So that is one use of the unit's scurrying retreat gone, but now you get to move 2 squares.
Okay, so I'm gonna move. Can I move into the barracks?
Yeah, 100% you can.
Okay, so I want to move 2 squares for the scurrying retreat, and then my squeakers.
My squeakers.
My 3 squares for my movement. So 5 squares into the barracks.
All right.
The map is a little hard to do that. I'm assuming I get to like here.
Yep. Yeah, that's totally fine. So they
Almost to the other
scurry
side.
to the southwest and then to the southeast, burying themselves into the barracks. All right.
And then Chipgrin is going to I would like to am I able to hide again here? Do I have to I'm assuming I have to roll for that? Bonus action
yes.
hide to get advantage on that? Yeah. 17.
You are hidden.
Okay.
It's an ooze. They don't have great.
And then he's gonna fire his crossbow, right? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a dirty 20 to hit the black ooze.
Yeah, you're good. You got it.
Okay, so that's 24 points of piercing.
Nice. Okay. It is still up, but it's definitely diminished in size a bit.
Okay. And I'm gonna leave my other. I'm gonna move my arsonist back 1 square. Actually, I'll move them back 2 squares.
Okay.
And my turn.
All right. The next up is Senny Diggermatics.
Okay.
And the rest of the population. Are we having a fascinating turn?
Is it possible? I don't know why you're punishing me for role-playing accurately. It's almost like the priority is to not kill innocent people.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Speaking of killing innocent people, if I move the miners and the guards behind the mines that we set up again, will they trigger them, or can I have them fall back without
that's
detonating?
fine. I will say, considering you set them, you know how to avoid them.
Okay, so Senny is going to go to the guards and the miners and tell them to fall back behind. If you're to see anyone or anything approach, detonate them and fall back to the tavern. I will find you when everyone is taken care of. So she's going to push them back behind the mine barrier, and she is actually going to start moving inward toward the fight, sneaking northwest, not literally sneaking, but moving northwest up towards the speaking stones.
Okay. All right, then. We are back at the top of the order with Nomi and your units.
Okie dokie.
I think we're gonna start off with the elemental brigade is gonna take a punch at that gelatinous cube that attempted to subsume them.
Okay.
All right. Come on. That's a dirty 20. That's nice.
That will do it.
All right.
That'll do, pig.
I don't think that's what he sounds like, Brendan. That is 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, okay.
How's he?
Punch that goo.
How's he feeling? You know, how's he feeling?
Nickelodeon's really gotten
29
violent.
again. Just double checking.
Sorry, what was that?
It was 29 points of damage.
No, 23. 23 points of
23,
damage.
thank you. It's bad, but it ain't dead.
All right. Then I think what we shall do, I am gonna have the ghosts are gonna go ethereal. Do that first. So they fade away. Then 1, a 2, a 3. They move south a little bit towards Chipgrin and the black pudding that he is harrying. I am gonna have the Enclave is gonna step up 1 square to be just behind the stone elementals, and they are going to launch their arcane burst attacks.
Okay.
So they're going to fire 3 arcane bursts at the same gelatinous cube that the elemental is pummeling.
You got it.
And that, let's see, that's a +6. So that's a dirty 20, a 24, and a 12.
Yeah, that's good. So, Jesus. 24. What else did you have for there?
24, 20, and 12.
That's for all the damage.
So
right?
that's just the hit. That's the hit.
Oh yeah, no, they're all.
Okay,
That
they
all
all
hits.
hit. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll this on roll 20 because I don't want to math that hard.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 12d8 plus 9.
Damn.
That's 70 points of force damage.
And then all of a sudden, the arcane projectiles of various spells reach past the earth elementals and obliterate that gargantuan gelatinous cube. Viscera
Heck yeah.
and acid everywhere.
And now that the way is clear, the earthen elemental is going to earth glide into the wall here. 1 square over and 2 squares down within the wall, leaving no trace.
Okay. All right. Smart movement there.
And then I think the Nomi Pathshutter is going to step up 1 square, and she is going to use her Dust Devil spell at 2nd level to this passageway just to the north by the barracks that the gelatinous cube is to the north is threatening down. So she is attempting to kind of like that any creature that enters that Dust Devil area while she is concentrating on the spell needs to succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet backwards and take a d8 of damage.
Okay. I put a little Galebdur token to represent that for all of us to
Beautiful.
remember.
It's adorable.
And then she'll use the remainder of her movement to move a little bit southwest, kind of retreating within the Ruby in the Rough, and the rest of the Enclave will use their movement to follow her. So essentially, the elementals and the ghosts have made themselves unhittable and moved to the southeast, while my arcane units have moved towards the west.
Very smart, very smart. All right, next up is all of my oozes. So these oozes are now seeing that those they wish to consume are retreating a bit, so they're going to start really moving as fast as they can. And so first going from the north down through the south. So the north, we have one of these red scaled ones that's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and is going to be, you can see it, the were-rat assassins can see it, this large creature just going past the entrance to the barracks and is moving south through the reception hall. Behind them comes this lumbering gelatinous cube coming in as well, and that ochre jelly that they were in contact with now gets up in behind and is like just amassed in front of the door to the barracks where the assassins went through. The gelatinous cube just north of the Dust Devil is actually going to try and move through it, so I need to make what saving throw, Andrew?
Strength saving throw, please. The DC is 16.
That is a natural 1.
Hell yeah.
Boom diata. Enjoy
Whatever he said.
enjoy 2 points of bludgeoning damage and being pushed 10 feet back.
Okay. So, since these squares are much bigger, I'm not going to actually move it, but it cannot proceed further there. And now being kind of bottlenecked, the puddings behind him are going to start moving to the southeast where that reddish ooze had come through. And this one, I'm going to move a couple tokens here because I got to shift some stuff. So from the open hallways that you left in the cultivation caves, this red one is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and let me just double check its stats here. that is essentially 2 squares. So it's actually going to double move and get right up onto the Stoneheart Enclave. However, it cannot attack. The red one that was clogging up the northern passageway from the cultivation caves starts moving down, getting right in behind the other one that's now next to the Stoneheart Enclave. And the gelatinous cube that now sits in there begins moving south and trying to squeeze through a different barrier. Then my black pudding's back up to the north in the Trader's Grotto. They start attempting to push over the gelatinous cube. So these two very different creatures just trying to get over each other. This one's going to try and attempt to get past the Dust Devil. That's another natural one. Oh, wow. Wow.
Half shudder power.
And that's our madness table D20 die, so that's just going to sit there in jail.
Shut that path. 3 points of bludgeoning damage!
Jeez, Dust Devil's doing work. All right, this one I'm going to move slightly off to the side, and this one is moving in. The second black pudding's moving in close. All right, moving towards the last few units to the south, there is one black pudding that is going to attempt to move in the same direction that it got hit, going towards Chipgrin. Now, while it doesn't see you, it does fill this area, so we need you to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 16.
14.
Okay, so you're gonna take some acid damage, Chipgrin.
Gonna take some ass damage.
He will pay for that.
Yeah,
People pay for that.
the Pudding King's
It's a
OnlyFans. This is what he does.
This pudding is thick.
This pudding be thick.
Oh no.
You take 19 points of acid damage as this pudding starts trying to unknowingly digest you. Now I can't remember. Is your armor magic?
It is magic.
Okay.
It's elven
It does not begin to corrode. Are either of your weapons magic?
They are magic.
All right. Again, nothing begins to corrode.
Get
However, they're now
fucked, Pudding King.
they are now slightly engulfed. You guys ready to roll some explosion damage?
Yeah. I thought you'd never ask.
How'd you like that explosion sound?
It was everything I wanted.
15.
15.
20.
20 for 35 points of damage. This gelatinous
Ooh, look who
cube.
can math now.
I can math. Plus, I have my calculator. Just to make I'm not above it. No, that was off the top of my head on that one. 5s and 10s are easy.
Just take out your multiplication table, William.
Yeah, I will. Alright, you gotta make this fucking fire huge. Alright, so that gelatinous cube is lit up. Can you roll again for the dragon blood ooze, which is what these red ones are?
Oh god, what?
19.
Another 15 from you?
19.
19.
Oh, absolute ass from me. 13.
I mean, that's the ooze's thing. Don't try to steal their stick.
Yeah, I'm giving them what they give.
Giving them what they get.
Shut up.
All right. They're
I'm not
still-
a writer. That's your shit.
That's my shit. They are moving in closer. This black pudding is just getting on the outskirts of this fire. So, Sam, do your lingering fire damage of 1d10 plus 2, please.
Ooh, that's a full 10 plus 2 is 12.
Nice.
Nice. All right, cool.
Or wait, that's a 1. Yeah, sorry. It's 3.
Damn it.
Look, the 10 die, very confusing.
Those are different numbers.
They are different. It's a difference of 9, actually.
It's all good.
It's a
all
difference
good.
of max versus minimum damage.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Oh no.
All right. That
Everything's
is
fine.
my Ooze's turn. Chipgrin, you are up.
It's me. I'm going to Chipgrin. Chipgrin's in the ooze partly.
In that ooze. Stab it in the butt. Get up in that cheek.
Stop.
You're just mad you didn't think about it.
Yeah, you're just jealous.
You're just mad you didn't say it.
I'm not.
God, shut up.
Stop it.
Okay, what I want to do is
Tell me what you want.
What you really, really want.
I mean, if I can't hide now, or can I? Like, I want to get away from it, but no matter what, I take an attack of opportunity.
You need to make a strength saving throw to get out of it, and then if you want to run, you will incur an attack of opportunity. Yes. Will this be the end for Chipgrin?
Or I can attack from inside.
You can. Brendan, shut the fuck up. Don't you?
I haven't said a goddamn thing.
I
We all
saw
know
the
you're thinking
look.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to bonus action insightful fighting. I'm going to make an insight check against this black ooze's deception check. Just to get sneak attack without advantage.
Okay. Oh my god, no!
I got a 17.
I got a 19.
Oh my god.
They have a.
In what
wait
world?
a minute. I totally got it wrong. I rolled an 18. I thought they had a +1, and I was like, that's not right. It's a -5. So you get it.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say, how are they so deceptive?
Okay, we've just had 2 perfect examples that we can in fact not do math.
I can read.
Yeah, I can read semi-right.
Short
grammar
sword
ain't
time.
great.
Stabby, stabby.
24 to hit.
Woo, that's a hit.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, you best hope you fucking kill it, because this ooze is gonna eat you.
This is 19. 19 damage.
I don't kill it, though.
Send your boys. Get your boys, Chipgrin.
19 damage. And then the arsonist.
Yeah.
Get in there.
They're gonna get close enough to throw a sticky bomb.
At whom?
I want to get the sticky bomb right and between the red ooze and the black ooze so it hits both because it's got a 2 square radius.
All right then. Yeah,
Nice.
And I
that'll hit.
actually think I can hit all 3.
You can hit all 3, yeah.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we doing.
It's a +6 to hit.
Yeah.
So I guess it's against everyone's AC. Same roll.
Yep.
Booyah, 22.
Hell yeah.
That hits everybody.
Oh my god.
So just roll 3 damages.
Okay, so first one.
This will be against the black pudding.
Well, if it's an area effect, wouldn't you just roll once and apply it to all of them?
That's what we're doing. Oh, well, sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
17 fire damage.
Click, click.
And then it leaves the afflicted area remains for 2 turns and is a 1d10.
Okay. Well, that pudding ain't great. Jeez, crow. That dragon blood ooze is also not looking fantastic. The gelatinous cube, though, looks quite fine.
That's unfortunate.
And then the vanguard
Yeah, get that Vanguard in there, finally.
They're gonna attack the gelatinous cube.
Okay.
They are going to rush forth with savagery and their feral might. So they're gonna lose 10 HP,
Okay.
Oh my god.
but they're gonna add 25 damage to the attack.
Not another oh my god.
No.
Okay.
Just the one.
Does a 12 hit? Gelatinous
That's a
cube?
hit, yeah.
Woo! Okay. 2d 12. 12.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Sorry.
Okay.
We're all doing so good
That is
tonight.
25 plus 25. That's 50 bludgeoning damage.
50
Nice.
bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
That cube is still in one piece. And
Oh my
because of
God.
that, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 16.
I shall.
You shall.
Dexterity saving throws. Okay.
You will try.
Yeah, straight dex. Okay, I have a +2 and it's a DC 12.
No, 16.
I'm sorry, DC 12?
This is a different type of cube. It's a little bit bigger.
It's a 13.
Ooh. Fail. So their weapons get stuck in there. So I need you to subtract 4 from your to hit rolls going forward with the Vanguard unit. And also,
Can I get it back?
You can attempt. But because you simply attacked this creature and you are in the same vicinity of it, you're going to take some damage. You take 20 points of acid damage as this cube just splatters back on you, and that acid starts sinking into the Vanguard.
Now they are resistant, so I take 10.
I don't know that it's a all the time resistance. Double check me on that.
Veteran's knowledge, as this unit has faced many oozes before, you become resistant to all acid or poison damage related to ooze-based attacks.
All right, okay. I guess I gave that to you, and I forgot that I was a full-time benefit. So that is what it is. All right.
Know your fucking characters, guys.
You have an assassin squad
I
that
read
has
so
yet
fast.
to go.
Oh, my bad. Okay, can the assassin shoot the ochre? The mustard one?
Yeah, 100%. Shoot
Hmm.
that mustard. Shoot it.
Okay.
I don't know.
They bonus,
Listen, I'm
don't
trying
know.
to fill
I
the
don't
silence. Don't judge me.
I bonus actioned oiled up.
That's all we do here, bitch.
That was bad because it followed on the oil up.
That's what we do here. Okay, 16 to hit,
That's a hit.
but only 8 piercing.
That is enough to kill the ochre gem.
Yes.
Nice.
I prefer ketchup!
I'm going to relish this kill.
Oh.
Here we
My assassins are going to move further. They can come into the barracks, right?
The creatures?
Yeah.
Oh
These
yeah,
can come
they
into
just
the-
didn't
yeah.
notice you. They have a very low intelligence.
Okay, fair.
They're like, they disappeared.
Then you know what? I'm staying where I'm at. If
Guess
if
I'll
they're
ready
going
do
past
something
me,
else.
I'm
Guess-
actually gonna stay into the. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in. Yeah.
Okay, you stay in the barracks. You got two ways of shooting out. Great.
Cool.
All right. Senny Digamatics, what's up?
Okay, so the guards and the miners are going to stay put, but Senny is going to continue her advance. So if my movement, I'm assuming dashing still applies. So if I wanted to move like 6 squares, I could just use my action to dash.
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna come up past the speaking stone. She is now just about to break into the, what is this area here?
That is, you're at the entrance of heading into the Ruby and the Rough from the
Yes.
southwest.
That one. And okay, she is still. Let's see if the ruler actually. Oh my god. That can't be correct. So she's
I think
very
that's
far away.
technically correct. I've just minimized stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably real. Yeah, so nothing is within her range yet. So she is just going to ready her halberd and keep pushing forward.
Okay. And just so like everybody, including ourselves, is aware of this, like Dorbo is with Seni, but you are currently piloting Seni because Dorbo is just he's boring.
Useless ass man.
Typical. All right, we are back up at the top of the order for round 4 with Nomi.
All right, Team Path Show's got some big things planned.
Let's go.
We're gonna start out with our friend the
Earth
Earth Elemental Brigade is gonna move south through the wall and try to ambush this gelatinous cube that's like kind of vibing in this passageway, not yet in the main fighting area.
Okay, if you are getting up in their grill like that, you will be taking damage and the chance to be engulfed, just so you know. No matter how you attack it, it's gonna end up that way. I forgot that ability earlier.
Listen, they're made of rock. They're not like delicate weapons. Let's smash.
Yeah,
it's clobbering time.
What is it? A 1 intelligence versus a 1 intelligence? They're just doing their thing.
This is a 5 intelligence creature. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry. Shit. All right, gelatinous cubes. They do have the 1.
Smart enough to know it's an ass, not smart enough to know when not to smash.
Oh my god!
Put him in prison. He's in jail.
I can't be stopped.
If this wasn't the Battle for Blingdenstone episode 100, I'm sure it would have been. Or it's part no one smashed.
As I attempt to forget that happened, that's a 12 to hit.
That's a hit on the gelatinous cube.
I'll remind you in an hour.
Oh god. Alright. Cool. That is 10, 15, 22, 27 points of bludgeoning damage as it makes the smash.
Very nice. You're going to take some acid damage. You take 24 points of acid damage.
Oof, that's alright. We like it.
And make a dexterity saving throw DC 16.
I don't like 16. Oh,
16.
man. Oh, beans.
I told you it's a different type of cube, boy.
Yeah, it's a big cube.
It's a big cube.
Unnatural 1.
Ooh.
Oh,
So
no.
a good amount of the earth elementals smashing into this overly large cube start getting engulfed into it, and we will resolve that next turn.
Yikes. Yikes.
But they cannot move away now.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
You got some more units.
I sure do. I am going to move my ghost unit. Good luck, Rock Boys. They're going to move towards the north a bit. And I'm going to see how this next part plays out before I tell you what I'm going to do.
Okay.
To see if this works or not. Alright, I am going to have Nomi is going to use a 3rd level spell slot to cast Erupting Earth towards the north over by the barracks.
Okay.
Right on top of this dragon blood ooze to the north.
All right.
So they are going to have to make a good old-fashioned dexterity saving throw.
Can I just ask for clarification? What's the actual range on that spell?
120 feet.
Okay, and so we're doing this like 30, so yeah, that hits it. Okay. All right. What was it? Dexterity?
Yeah,
what?
dexterity saving throw DC 16.
I am rolling like crap everywhere. That's a natural 2.
Oh no. Well, troublesome.
Shame.
Alright. So that is 12 at 18 points of magical bludgeoning damage. And
Oh my god.
more towards the point that the 20-foot cubes, basically like the square and a half that they're in, is now difficult terrain.
Alright, so they're gonna be a little slowed. Wonderful. Not really.
And then Nomi is gonna move 1, 2, 3 squares towards Seni.
Okay. Do you think they say anything? Because you can probably see each other now. Like, what's happening in this moment as the battle goes on between these two?
Absolutely. So, like, you see, like, elsewhere you can hear, like, the slams, like, splats of the elementals fighting. The ghosts are kind of swooping throughout the caverns here in their etherealness. And then, like, Nomi, like, sets off this explosion on the earth and is just, like, beating feet around the corner. And then, like, Senny just sees, like... and just behind her, you can see the entirety of the Stoneheart enclave turns and unleashes an arcane burst on the Wormblood here.
All right.
So they're gonna roll 3 attacks. Come on, guys. All right, that is a 12, a 13, and a 15.
That all hits.
Yes, and then I will once again use the rolling feature because I don't have that many dice. All right, 12d8 plus 9. All right, that's 71 points of damage.
And that ooze is destroyed.
Heck yeah.
I can't wait to destroy that glass cannon of a unit.
Good luck catching me. Because this group is going to run forward 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. And then they're going to use their benign teleportation as a bonus action to teleport behind Senny.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's 5. Yeah, that's just gets her, like, mostly on the other side. So Senny was once alone, and now she is flanked by allies on both sides.
Hell yeah.
And the ghost is going to drift into the center of this room with range of its movement, but they're gonna stay ethereal for another turn here.
Okay. Now, did Erupting Earth for Nomi change anything about her Dust Devil going on?
No, it is a instantaneous spell.
Great. Okay. Just double checking. All right. Now it is the Ooze's turn.
You want me to roll my fire damage?
Yes, please. Yeah, let's go ahead and clear that out of the way. Let's take care of the black pudding that is holding Chipgrin.
14.
That black pudding is destroyed. Woo. And Chipgrin is now free. I imagine they're like smacking off some flames coming off of them. You said it was, how much was it again? Just flat across the board?
14.
I'll apply all these. Okay.
It's 14, yeah.
14. So the Dragon Blood Ooze caught between these two. Actually, no. That Dragon Blood Ooze is in 2 areas. So you roll me 2d10.
20.
20. Gone. It melts. Just whoosh. The gelatinous cube also with that. So 20 off of that one as well. Clearing house. All right. And that southern one was a bomb. So that flame now disappears. However, there was a black pudding caught in it to the south. So roll me 1d10.
5.
5. Okay. It is still healthy. But now that flame is gone. All right. My oozes. Oh, my poor oozes. Well, we're going to run 3 checks here against this Dust Devil, Andrew. So
DC 16
see
strength.
what happens. So gelatinous cube. That is a 17.
That passes through.
Okay, so they get through and they are moving up. They get right next to the ghosts. The black pudding is next. Natural 20. And
they still take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, Will.
Thank you for that. Every
And
day.
they're dead.
God damn it!
My units.
Third one. That's a natural 8. So let me just double check there. But I don't think they have. No, it's not enough to get past. So that one gets retained behind the ooze. But now the Ruby in the Rough is getting currently over It's overflowing with oozes. Now, this dragon blood ooze to the north that got hit with the erupting earth is in difficult terrain, but is going to double move and is beginning to get southward, kind of moving to the west and now moving south, kind of coming to the north of the Stoneheart Enclave in Seni. And this is probably the first time that Seni's seen these oozes too, and like you can see it's massive. It looks like this red just tidal wave coming through. The dragon blood ooze coming out of the cultivation caves into the ruby in the rough. Can they see the ghosts now, Andrew? Or
They can see the ghosts, but it's still ethereal, so it can't be contacted.
Even with elemental damage?
Even with elemental damage, it's not truly on this plane of existence.
Okay, so then they're going to continue their march south, then double moving. The gelatinous cube that is holding the earthen elemental brigade, they are going to take some damage.
I know.
Let me get my trusty roller here.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at
Yeah, it's not going to be great. Whoa, that's not right. I did not want 4D100s.
Whoa!
Wow! That does not happen.
That's the
However,
King.
you do take 50 points of damage from this ooze
Whoa.
as they are being
Damn.
consumed.
all. I dislike that.
Yeah, this is not great. And
It's better than 250.
it's way better.
You know, it is a lot better than that.
Perspective
However-
is a powerful tool, my friend.
It has 4 pseudopod attacks that it's going to initiate on the rest of the elementals.
See what you got.
So, let's see here. First one up is natural 19. That is a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
That is not a whole lot. That is 10 points of acid damage.
All right.
Second one, that is a miss. Third one, that is also a miss. These guys are tough. That one's a hit with a 21 again.
Yep.
And that is a lot better. That is 22 points of acid damage.
All right. One of the earthen elementals has been dissolved by this onslaught.
The gelatinous cube that is in contact with the were-rat vanguard is now going to make 4 pseudopod attacks upon them. First one, miss. Second one, miss. I can't die. This is the second die I've had to get rid of. Different die. That's a whole lot better. That's a natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So let's just do this again. 42 points of acid damage on that critical against the squad. Last hit. Natural 18.
Oh yeah.
And they are going to take 34 more points of acid damage. All right, that gelatinous cube is dumb. It's dumb. It's really dumb. The black pudding is coming up behind it and is going to start moving into that fire. So go ahead and roll damage against me, Sam.
13.
13. Alrighty, that is just fine. Very nice. Let's see. Let me just double check if it's got reach. It do not. Defo do not. All right. So that black pudding is now stacked up behind the gelatinous cube, currently in contact with the were-rat vanguard. There's another gelatinous cube to the north that begins starting to squeeze its way into the barracks, coming for the were-rat assassins. And as the ooze's turn comes to a close here, you all hear a very interesting and familiar voice call out to you all. How dare you kill my children? It is time for a little surprise. Come forth, my hidden ones.
Oh shit.
And among
no.
the citizens, the miners, the guards, the were-rats, and even Dorbo, you see become oozes. These plasmoid-esque creatures that just then explode. As for the citizens, they are going to take a couple D100 as hundreds of them just transform and explode. So one of them takes 118 points of damage.
What the
Your choice.
shit? Why can't I... Hold on, it's not letting me click on anything.
That's all right. It should. I gave you permission.
Yeah, and, oh, sorry, I had the ruler still selected.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
All
Thanks
of
for
these
interrupting
forces
the narrative
just...
there.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
The other group of citizens takes 142 points of damage.
Jesus.
I have
And
never
now,
seen numbers
because
this big.
they have taken that much damage, you need to tell them something that is on the citizens page.
If the unit takes more than 50 points of damage, they have to make a charisma saving throw, or automatically take the panic surge action. Okay, so they have to make a charisma save, which they have a -1 to, so this will be a gas.
DC 16.
DC...
Or unless I wrote it down on there. I
No,
think.
it says DC 12 on here.
Okay, great. Couldn't remember if I'd written it down. I wrote these up for you guys, sent them to you, and I didn't keep the copies for myself.
Okay. I almost said barely makes it because I had 16 in mind. No, 17.
Okay, so that's for one. Now you got to do the other because you got two groupings here.
Okay. The other... fuck, I rolled a natural 12, so it's an 11. So they do their panic surge.
So what happens is dozens upon dozens of these citizens explode in harmful acidic oozes, and half of the people within the foaming mug begin to panic as they are now frightened. They have lost loved ones that have just literally exploded in front of them. So you start running in the only direction which is away from all of that, which is directly towards either the Deep Gnome guards or the miners, as hundreds of citizens begin surging through the tunnels. The were-rat arsonists
Ah, jeez.
take, thankfully, only 20 points of damage as two of them erupt and explode. The were-rat vanguard takes 27 points of damage.
Is this like
This is acid
no
damage.
reduction? Oh, wait.
Oh, well, no, yeah, it should be like flat reduction or like flat damage, no reduction, because
Yeah.
it's also representing units. Chipgrin is clear of all potential damage there. The were-rat assassins take 39 points of damage.
Yikes.
Senny is going to take some damage as her husband, who she thought was her husband, explodes next to her.
Girl.
She takes 9 points of damage.
Psychic damage. This is drama.
Yeah,
9
if we were
points,
doing
you
this,
said?
9 points. If we were doing this minutely, there would absolutely be madness checks across the board. The Stoneheart Enclave,
All right, guys, let's do this thing.
39 points of damage.
Brutal.
Not good.
Nomi is safe. The ghosts are safe. The earth elementals are safe, as those could not be impersonated. In the foaming mug, however, we see Jimmy and his mother cling to each other in fear. And we just see next to Jimmy's face his mother's, which begins to transform.
No.
And then as Jimmy gets splattered by this ooze that was his mother.
Guys,
And it's
that's
just-
what she was doing in the back room.
Oh.
Point of inspiration for Brendan.
No, I don't want
What do you mean? That's a joke.
it. No.
What do you mean?
No, so when she was taking the civilians into the back room to like boost their morale and they were coming back like sluggish and calmer and like less emotional, oozing them. She was oozing them.
Oh.
Literally, not just metaphorically.
Yeah, not sexually, like
She just didn't want Scylla.
Yeah.
And Jimmy takes 13
feel
points
sad.
of
A little
acid
offended.
damage. However, Jimmy, his mind is like broken in this
It
moment.
already was.
And across the board, I'm going to have the three of you make madness saves for all of your units.
oh my
As
god.
over this, as morale is being shattered, and you're going to be doing these at disadvantage, by the way, because this is harrowing. The Pudding King's laughter can just be heard echoing throughout Blingdenstone.
Oh, I mean, what's everyone's sanity modifiers?
Everybody's getting a flat +2.
Okay.
Cool. Totally fine. No.
And it's
Who
a
wants to go
DC
first?
15.
Yeah, should we just take this like unit by unit? Because this is a lot
Yeah,
of
Sure.
let's make Andrew go first.
I can go. Oh, I thought. Will, do you want us to roll once for the entire brigade we roll, or do you want us to do it individually for each unit?
I will let you do individual units if you want.
Okay. I'm happy to go first, but I must ask: do the Earth Elementals need to roll sanity checks?
No,
as they
no.
are? Okay.
That they are fine. The ghosts, I'm also gonna say, are fine. Like while
Okay.
it's horrifying, like they're dead,
Yeah. Cool. All right, I'm
and
gonna
they've
roll.
seen worse, unfortunately.
Rough. Yikes.
They watched
We're
the
at
city get
disadvantage, right?
obliterated. Yeah, you're at
Yeah.
disadvantage.
All right, so I'm gonna roll this on roll 20, because I don't want to choose my lucky dice. Ooh, six.
Oh.
6 for my Stoneheart Enclave.
So the Stoneheart Enclave is now frightened and scatters.
Ooh, that's bad. That's bad, Will.
You
Are they
also
just off the
rolled
map?
for Nomi.
I am about to.
Okay.
So that first one was the disadvantage die, and this is slightly better. 12.
Okay. She is now like panicked and frozen in place as she watches this happen to everybody. But she failed. Who wants to do their units next?
I'll do mine. I already
Okay.
rolled everything. It's not great.
Okay, the DC is 15, so like go
Yeah,
unit by unit
it's-
and just
it's
narratively
not
describe.
Great, Will. So I rolled for the two paths or the two patches of civilians first, and I rolled an 8 and a 5. Senny rolled a natural fucking 1, which is appropriate
Understandable.
considering her husband just detonated.
Yeah.
I actually did not roll. So, are the miners and the guards rolling as well? I feel like they didn't see.
Oh yeah,
Were
they
they
were supposed
involved in that
to
shit?
take all that too. So sorry about that.
Okay,
Let's do
so
their
let me-
damages real quick.
Yeah, roll their damages. I'll roll their sanities.
So this is for the Deep Gnome guards. They take
God.
54 points of damage.
Oh my god. Yeah, none of them save. 5 and an 8.
Okay, and then
The guards, you said 55.
54,
54.
and the miners take 77.
That's fucked up.
You can imagine that's where the Pudding King said he was, so they were all exposed to it.
Yeah.
So all of those units fail, and the people begin to just start running everywhere. And these, we need the were-rats to go.
Now, I would argue that Chipgrin didn't see anything.
Chipgrin did not, so he's okay.
let's go. All right.
Chipgrin's like, everything's fine. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Listen, we take what little mercies we can
That's
get here
right.
at the madness table.
All right.
I also think it's so great. I just realized that all your tokens have like the green rings, and you've got your green hood on. It's fitting.
It's here. I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for the assassins.
Okay.
18. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a 10 because it's a disadvantage.
And that's a fail.
Really excited. All right. Assassins fail. Let's roll arsonists. Also fail. Vanguard. Also fail.
Also a fail. The entire city becomes pandemonium, and individuals are running and screaming. We see the lingering flames of some of the last bombs going off. Even some of the bombs that the guards and the miners were currently overseeing, we see them explode as citizens are engulfed as they run panicked throughout. And in the midst of this panic, in the middle of the ruby and the rough, we see this odd bluish white light just and two figures appear standing there. One is a small, ratty looking child with oddly what looks like some horns sticking up out of their long, charcoaly gray black hair. And they have a tail in this gray, kind of knotted stone-like feature. And besides them, would you care to describe, Brendan?
Sure. This is a figure that no one alive will recognize. But standing next to this disheveled-looking child is an elderly man, shock white hair surrounding his head with a bald skull, dark black robes with accents of deep velvet purple, a large staff with a very round golf ball-ish slotted head, and in this case, he is wearing a very comically accurate wizard hat that he has taken the time to emblazon with a sort of dark ringed full moon symbol with a star right in the middle of it.
So these figures appear, and both of them are just staring around as the city is in chaos. And then we find ourselves looking in a small stone bedroom in which we see an unconscious and dying Artomis, maybe, a Scylla, Hestor, and the figure known as Friend, all rushing together to be in this room. Andrew, would you care to reveal the results of your last roll from last week?
I would be happy to reveal that final roll was an 18.
Let's go!
Yeah, buddy.
So Artemis, shuddering breath as you all gather about him and this chest that they had opened. And inside this chest, as you're beginning to get to your feet and you look in, you see a massive pile of gold, platinum, thousands of coins worth of gems. You see an odd circular orb of small size. You see a very fine wrought adamantine plate armor. You see an odd, what looks like magical rod. You see a flowing robe embroidered with stars. And sitting atop them all, you see a small hammer with odd mixtures of metals and ore. On the one half, it's this perfectly smooth face. The other half goes to a point, and inside glows these small little crystals of unknown origin. And you've all officially leveled up to level 7, and we'll see you all in part 2.
Ooh-wee! That was a wild ending on that one, but you know what? We're glad you're here. We are rapidly getting close to 100 episodes, and it is great to have you here in the outro. Couple quick things. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. We are publishing all of our episodes out to YouTube so that you can actually watch us playing the game instead of just listening. And then if you want to hop over in our Discord, we've got all sorts of people in there talking about the podcast. And, you know, we're also talking about Baldur's Gate, because Baldur's Gate is out right now, and we're all loving it. And then we've got maps up in the Discord channel, some extra content with some other things. And if you have questions for us as players, we've got a little channel in there that you could submit for the bonus action segments. So really loving that. We hope to see you there. You can find all of our links at linktree.com/themadnesstable. And I think that's it. So we'll see you next time when...
The madness continues.